All right, we're rolling right into top news. We're back with the new format. I watched Naked Gun last night at the picture show in Prescott.
How was it?
It had 5 or 6 really funny moments. The rest was campy as I expected, but they did a good job. Pam Anderson did a good job, and what's his face did a good job.
Would you give her performance an A or double D?
Probably a DAD.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So good job.
No, it was good. It was good. And Liam Neeson was actually really good at it.
Same.
Yeah. So
I kept seeing the previews for it, so I wasn't sure.
There's some really funny parts. And there's some very campy parts, but that's Naked Gun, right? So I would give it a 4 out of 5 on the campy movies you must watch. It's a good laugh.
It's a good popcorn movie,
dudes,
right?
Go with the gals. My wife's all excited that they appear to be dating. She thinks it's so cute. I don't know if they are or not, if that's true. Anyways.
Maybe.
There's your media news for the day, a streaming report.
Good, because I'm watching a show on, I think it's Netflix, The Hunting Wives. It's weird, dude. I'm like 3 episodes in and I don't know what it's about. It is just crazy. It is. There's a lot going on.
No other shows or?
No.
Do you watch the WNBA? What is going on there?
So I've heard there's a lot of stuff going on because you were mentioning a little bit today.
Fruit onto the courts, and they're finding guys in the girls' locker room. They want equal pay. And they should get equal pay just for the entertainment.
Here's the deal. There's never a scandal in the NBA. You never hear of athletes ever getting in trouble or doing silly stuff. So
it's chicks.
It's
drama.
It's the girls.
The girls having fun doing their girl thing. That's not sexist, right? You guys you'll admit it.
We've talked about this. Like, should they receive equal pay like the NBA guys? I say it's based on ticket sales. If you can sell out arenas like the Lakers, I don't even know who's good anymore, but who do we have? Where do we live?
Arizona.
What's our team?
The
Suns.
Oh.
If you could sell out arenas like the Phoenix Suns.
She's a football fan. Sorry, folks.
Sorry. I know about the Arizona Cardinals. But if you can sell out arenas, you can't make payroll if you can't sell tickets.
But
right?
think about all the money they could probably make on reels.
Behind the scenes.
Just from all the drama. I think maybe they should focus on behind the scenes and what's going on the court with the fans versus the game, based on what I've been seeing recently. But that's just my opinion. Anyways, so we covered the WNBA. We've covered a show or two, top news in the local area. Okay. Looks like the city of Prescott's finally planning improvements for the rodeo with the $15 million allocated for the project.
Perfect.
Way to go, Prescott Frontier Days board and the folks that applied for that grant. Now that the silly lawsuit's over, Prescott's suing itself. Won't say anymore. What else is going on?
Okay, I didn't go local. I went
we could jump to national, regional.
So Tesla has their auto cars. And
auto cars, is that like car cars?
What do you call it? Yeah, but they drive themselves, like
electric
self-driving
cars, autonomous vehicles.
Autonomous vehicles, because they drive themselves. Well, there was a lawsuit because back when this first started in 2019, when these kind of self-driving cars came about, there was an accident involving a gentleman. He was speeding because he bent down because he dropped his phone. And so his foot was on the gas and didn't realize he's plowing through an intersection at 50 miles an hour.
Oh, snap.
And hits a parked car. One person in the parked car passes, one makes it through, but they sued Tesla. They sued a lot of people involved.
Because they can't drive?
And that was the thing, because they do show that Tesla was liable by about 33%. Because the guy was like, I thought it was it's a self-driving car. I thought it was going to break. But it's, so they have to pay about $43 million in damages. But Elon's really upset because he's like, this lawsuit is now going to set back the driving taxis and all of these things they have going on. But it's just showing that, I talked to one guy the other day. We were talking about technology. We were checking our groceries out at Costco, and he says, I'm faster than the machine, because he was beeping his stuff faster than the machine could keep up. And I said, well, that's probably the first time. And he said, no. He goes, people will always be smarter than machines because machines cannot predict how humans are going to react. So like driving cars, it's safe if every car was a self-driving car. But the fact that there's human beings behind
I think that'll change with the AI and new tech and faster processing times, all that stuff.
So I think that this will it's a legal setback. Let's see how Tesla responds. But this is the first lawsuit of its type.
But that maybe for electric or autonomous vehicles, but that's our litigious society anyways, right? I mean, people get sue supermarkets for slipping in supermarkets. So whatever.
I saw a funny TikTok though about Tesla. It's like, what do you do when you put your grandpa in a self-driving car to come to your house and he arrives dead? But they don't know. So they like open the door. It's like, Grandpa. And he's all, could you? It's not real. It's just a scenario that could happen in the future.
So what you're saying is grandpa shows up dead?
Yes, because nobody knows he died in the car on the way.
It's going to be a stiff holiday.
Take
Grandpa.
So, did you hear Prescott City Council is scheduled to make a final decision on the proposed Whiskey Row Hotel?
Oh.
Dun, dun.
Has anybody heard about that?
Yes.
Is that happening, or are they still talking about it?
They're still working on it. And I'm all for growth, don't get me wrong, but I feel like we need to leave Whiskey Row alone. I feel like it's historical. It brings people for tourism, but by all means, hotels, I love it. Just not Whiskey Row.
What else we got?
You're going to love this one. This one is about the Asteroid 2025 OT7. And it's the cosmic guest star. So did you hear about this? The flyby date was yesterday. And of course, it was fashionably late because it was supposed to be here a little while ago. And the size of this asteroid is 170 feet. It's about the size of a very large commercial airplane. Big enough to carry some aliens if it were hollow. They're saying that it wasn't.
So it's a rock,
mm-hmm.
and it just missed us. Was it supposed to hit us?
No, but everybody's saying that they're aliens because this is like one of the closest.
Is this the one that they thought because it was an odd shape?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It was like long and funky.
Yeah,
and changed its direction to come closer to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
So they say.
We have a believer.
Mm-hmm.
It's traveling about 48,000 miles per hour. It's 2.7 million miles away. So it's outside the danger zone. NASA is saying that it is zero risk to Earth. There's no collision risk. No Armageddon this week. We're going to be okay. So aliens exist sort of is kind of what they're saying. Imagine the asteroid as a scout ship buzzing by Earth to say hello, humans. So they're saying this could be could it be? But it's not close enough to be like an invasion if it were aliens like everybody is saying.
But you're not, per our last podcast, I think, you're not a believer.
I don't want to be a believer, but this one is, I think that if it were like aliens were here, they could have done a lot more than this. This was just a maybe.
It was a flyby.
Just a flyby.
Like
just check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Spaceship-sized rock doing a flyby.
All right. Well.
I think it was, but rest assured, we're okay.
We're okay. So going from space back to Prescott Valley, a little closer.
Fine. Okay.
Prescott Valley is looking for public input on the Glassford Dells Regional Park. I know that story was on signalsaz.com. What I don't understand is I thought it was bought for open space because they wouldn't cahoots with the city of Prescott. They bought, I guess, a portion of or all of Glassford Hill as open space.
Okay.
But they immediately go to, what do you want us to build on it?
Right. Not preserve the open space, which we put here.
Because I think that the legal definition of open space is no building on it. I could be wrong about that, but therefore it would not be open space if there was a building on it.
Open space with like some cool shopping places, maybe. But yeah, I would think open space is.
So I guess they're looking for input on open space. That's going to be no longer open space when they get input on what to build on open space.
Well, I think it's a matter of perception. Speaking of
And the other
Prescott?
community, I believe, is protecting it so it remains open space on their side. So I don't understand. I'm confused.
Yeah. So
You let me
preserve the
know.
open space. I
Maybe research guy or research gal will
I
figure that
tend
one
to
out.
agree
I don't
with
know.
you. I tend to agree with if you bought it for open space, it should be open space.
Speaking of open space and
Mhm.
Prescott Valley, here's a
Okay.
nice segue.
Okay. I'm excited.
Archers Bikes is moving to the heart of Prescott Valley Town Center off of
Yes.
Glassford Hill Road, the old Advanced Auto Building. I believe they open
Oh.
October 1st. Randy Archer, owner, and Brian Oakley came in to sign the lease agreement with the Fain Synergy Group, Brad and Ron Fain. Cool dudes, Randy and Brian, and Ron and Brad.
They were in a tough location before.
Well,
Unless you need to go
the
get your
only
phone
reason
fixed.
why I like to go in there, because I bought 2 bikes, a bike
Mhm.
rack, a dog chariot. The best part of going there
Yeah.
is right next to Crumble Cookies.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of offset your healthy mindset of buying a bike. I got to load up on some
You
carbs and
can
sugar.
eat a cookie because you're going to go ride your bikes. Are you happy with your e-bikes?
Yes. Love them. I had them for a few years.
Did you take them when you went?
I did. Put them on the front of
Yeah.
the truck.
And what do you do with the dog chariot?
Bought a chariot and you hook it to the back of the e-bike and you stuff him in there.
So
and his tail hangs out because he's too big.
I was going to say, this isn't a tiny little dog. So not only do you deserve a crumble cookie for riding the bike, you're pulling Thor.
So I had to buy the largest they had as an XL. It's called a Bark Ranger, that model, but it's for 100 pounds and he's about 120. And that extra 120 really sticks out. It's like those pair of pants that are just a little too small. And it may only be a size lower, but you feel like it's 10 sizes too small because you got the muffin top
Yeah,
going.
he's got his
You're like,
whole
I should've
little
eaten that
tail
turkey.
sticking out.
Yeah, he was
It's like, what are you doing?
either his feet were sticking out the back because he would go look backwards out of it, or his tail was sticking out of the back when he was looking forward. Head is about a foot out above the top of the carriage. It's just, I wrote him. I said, this is awesome, but I'd pay more for an XXXL Bark Ranger model.
In Thor's defense, it's fur. Thor probably only weighs about 40 pounds. He's probably about 80 pounds in fur.
We took him in. He's
a big boy.
He's getting up there, getting older, getting fluffier.
Getting fluffier.
So we got Archer's Bikes coming in. Open space is going to be quasi open in Prescott Valley. Space Rangers pass by, no mishaps. Prescott is considering and reviewing the hotel and Whiskey Row. What else do we got?
Tarantulas.
There's been a lot of them.
They're breeding, right? Is that what you told us yesterday?
It's like a migration time, right? We're talking tarantulas now. We've gone to arachnids.
Arachnids. Also snakes. Are you getting snakes at your house?
Yeah, we get a lot of king snakes and bull. We occasionally get a rattler, but it's mostly king and bulls, which are good.
And the king snakes are good, right?
Yeah, they eat rattlesnakes. They eat mice. I think they may be somewhat immune to rattlesnake venom. I'm not quite sure about that.
They must be. Frank was getting ready to feed the dogs, and one just came out and went right at him. There's a little king snake, and Frank's like, "Go scare the heck out of me!" But he then turned around, saw Frank, and was like, "Oh," and turned around and left.
Yeah, I just removed one king snake and put it back under the chicken shed because that's where a couple of the mice are. They eat chicken food and all that.
We had a tarantula and it was heading towards the chicken coop, and Frank had to divert it because those chickens would have torn it apart in seconds.
Can we talk about this? Because we had a tarantula in our bedroom, and it was on the glass slider vertical, crawling across it.
On glass?
On glass. They can go vertical anywhere, and they don't look like they can. And so when I saw that, because we have an elevated bed, and I don't like sheets on the ground for this reason, little arachnids and scorpions. And when I saw that, I'm like, oh.
So where do you live now that you...
my face at night and we don't even know it?
Where do you live now that you had to abruptly move out of the house now that it's...
Chino, baby.
Chino with your tarantula.
We love Chino.
I live in North PV and we've got everything out there. I haven't seen a scorpion in a long time.
See them all the time.
You see them a lot?
All the time.
They're over in Chino.
I saw them a lot in Payson, but I've never seen one in PV.
We get centipedes,
Mm-hmm.
but our frogs are eating the centipedes. It's a whole
Ecosystem.
ecosystem out there.
What else you got, E?
I don't know. I think
So
that's it. What you
Prescott
got?
real estate market
Yeah,
is still pretty good, even though other areas are softening. People from Phoenix and LA are coming here. Demand for commercial space in Prescott Valley is high. I know that there are very few vacancies in this area, if any at all. And do you know what the median listing of a price in Prescott was in July?
Oh, I think you told
Pretty
me.
high.
I want to say I'm gonna say 450.
No, the PAAR numbers, no, because Prescott's much higher. This is saying 776 in July 2025, which to me sounds about right for Prescott.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Cheese, she says.
Cheese and rice.
Well, I mean, when you have such a perfect place to live, you're gonna be able to charge.
I want to live on
$1.
Vernon Street. It's so cool out there.
Yeah, well, I wonder what a house on Mount Vernon would run you.
I'm sure pretty
776.
penny.
Latest on the fire? It's just still burning.
Yeah, I saw about 10% close. This was started by a drunk driver, huh?
What's that?
This was started by a drunk driver sparked.
Oh,
fire.
yes. We could get into that. Nothing more redneck, I don't think.
No? What were
Driving
they doing?
on a rim of his car, DUI, shooting sparks off to the side is how it started. I'm paraphrasing, but that was it. So slightly redneck.
You're talking about the Grand Canyon fire?
No, I'm
Kirkland
talking
fire.
about the
okay.
one down in
Kirkland.
Okay.
Kirkland, the
okay.
Kirkland fire.
I was like, holy moly.
It's
Yeah,
going to-
somebody's driving a car with no tire on it.
Oh, what a shame.
866 acres. So
We were a
far.
little nervous because the wind was going perfectly towards our ranch
Oof.
on that one, but it was 100 miles south. So
We've been evacuated one time, and that is just, you think you have everything you need where you need it. And then when it happens, you're like, I should be grabbing this or I should be grabbing that. I'm like, do we take the TVs off the wall? Like, what do we do?
You
So
did.
I took one because I'm like, I need one TV if something goes bad.
So, you're the football queen. What's going on with football? And
So this is the first real week of preseason. Last week they played some dumb game on Thursday just to kind of kick it off, the Hall of Fame game. Lions and
Chargers?
maybe, doesn't matter. But there's preseason starting. There's 3 weeks of preseason and then they're at it. And training camp just started. So they literally like, hey, everybody, we're back together. Let's play some football.
They don't even have star players signed and it's already preseason. It's like,
is that unusual?
Not for the Bengals. We're always
that's
always
right.
entering the season with like a contract dispute, but I think it's going to be all right. But yeah, they always do it this way, but
How did you become a Cincinnati Bengals fan?
Frank.
If you're Frank, so it's Frank's fault that you have.
She was a Denver Broncos fan.
So I was that kid at 12 years old on Halloween. I think I was 13.
Is that when you met Frank?
No, but it was on Halloween and everybody was out trick-or-treating and I stayed home to watch the Bronco Raider game because I just always loved football. My dad didn't watch football. No one in my house watched football.
But you did.
And I don't know why that happened. But so, yeah, I was always a Bronco fan because we lived in California. And so I got to watch them play the Raiders and the Chargers because that was in their division. So we could go down to San Diego and watch the Broncos. I never went to the Broncos stadium to watch a game until the Bengals were there. So, and we're going to do that again this year because Bengals will be in Denver. But yeah, so training camp for Cardinals. They're at it. They've got a game coming up this weekend. Everybody will play their first preseason game, and then they'll start narrowing down the roster to those 53 players. So preseason, it's really check out the players, see how you're going to make those cuts, put them in those key situations. But also, Zach, if you can hear me, please start Joe Burrow a little bit. Please put your starters in some preseason games.
It scares me though.
Yeah, but we don't practice and then we lose the first 3 or 4 games.
That
They have
one
to do it.
guy, his Achilles heel or whatever, he broke it in training camp out for the season. I can't remember what team he's with, but could you imagine?
Do you remember when Tyler Eifert got hurt in the Pro Bowl and was out for the rest of next season? So injuries are going to happen, but get your boys loose. So
phone scans are up. Phone scams. Scams are up, according to Yavapai County. Police departments are focusing on drug enforcement and community safety campaigns. Yada, yada, yada.
I am afraid to answer my phone half the time, but I got a text yesterday and it said, "Is this Alicia?" And I was like, I started checking the number. I'm like, this has to be a scam. And what happens if I respond to it? Do they now have access to my whole phone? And so I did and respond because what's going to happen? So I said yes. And then they're like, "Oh, hi, we're interested in your cheer team." So, but all of us are so afraid now to even but that was such a cryptic, "Is this Alicia?" I was like, oh.
It's true though. Like when they text you, if you text back, do they now what?
We should have asked Niles.
We should have asked
You'd
Niles.
have Niles. You should submit that question to Out of the Dark IT podcast, cybersecurity.
Because obviously if they would have said, "Oh, good, Alicia, thanks for responding. We're going to need to verify some information with you really quick."
Right. That's
obviously I would have been smart enough. But I did fall for, it was one of those things. There's ways you can pay money. It's not Zelle, but you also have a PayPal. And it was a PayPal link and it was like, "Oh, you need to update your password." And I was like, "Oh, great." Followed the link, updated my password. And then you guys went, "Stop what you're doing." So I immediately went in, started pulling my cards off of there, but it looked so legit. So phone scams, bad.
I think Smokey the Bear, or not Smokey the Bear, Smokey Bear's birthday is coming up.
Oof.
I think on the 9th.
On the 9th?
I think so.
Should
I
we
don't know
celebrate?
how old he is. How old do bears live for?
Ever.
Smokey the Bear?
Die.
Not Smokey the Bear. It's Smokey Bear.
No, it's not.
Want to make a bet?
No.
It's Smokey Bear.
It is Smokey Bear.
His middle name is not the
So his name is literally Smokey Bear.
Right.
Like Yogi Bear. That makes sense. Because not
I don't
Yogi
think
the
they're
Bear.
related.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's like,
Where's
"Oh,
Boo
you
Boo?"
live in the forest? Do you know Smokey?"
They may be related.
I think
Might
so.
Be like that
Hey,
slow
Boo Boo.
cousin. Yogi's the slow cousin or something.
Did you hear that?
Smokey got a job with the federal government and Yogi stayed home.
Do you
Eating
think
picnic
that
baskets.
do you think that he's like, "Oh, look how much better I am than you guys because I've got a job with the government
And a hat.
and you just steal picnic baskets."
Living at home with mom and
Hey, boo boo.
pa. That's all I got.
That's it.
We gotta work on more news.
More news.
You should use sports girl. You should do more sports.
I would be happy. Do you think the Arizona region wants to hear about Bengals or Cardinals? You decide.
Cardinals.
You decide.
Well,
Bengals.
you can talk about other uniforms.
I shall do that.
Probably the same butts, just a different uniform.
Different colored uniforms. That's
I'm
it.
speaking the truth, but she smiles like this. That's all I got. I think for me, it was open space is a confusing thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
the
so
open
they
spaces.
can build on it, but it has to accommodate something with that open space. So a water drinking fountain, a picnic table, something that helps the hiking trail.
So I can have a mall, but it has to have a bench and a water fountain?
No.
Oh, no.
A bench for a sitting spot.
I
look
don't
so
think
you
they're
could
just
only
talking
build
about a
on
bench
that.
or a water fountain, though.
That's the.
But why would you need input for a bench, public input for a bench
Unless they're
or a
trying to do
water
like a
fountain?
park or something.
Look how long it took us to get a sign in PV.
I'm just saying, it sounds a lot more like something else than
Yeah.
a bench and again, if you build something, it's no longer open space.
Yeah,
That's true.
I just, I'm curious.
it's crazy.
I ask these questions. Maybe some of the town will come on and say something.
Oh, guy. Now, what you need to understand
I know, I'll
is-
get a new definition of open. That's all I got. I'm closed.
I'm done.